Is your constant busyness slowly destroying your life? And today we're tackling a hidden epidemic that's ravaging our society: chronic busyness. You might think being perpetually occupied is a badge of honor, but what if I told you it's actually a silent killer of your potential, relationships, and overall well-being? Let's start by dismantling a pervasive myth: busyness equals productivity. In reality, they're often polar opposites. When we're constantly jumping from task to task, our brain never has the chance to enter a state of deep focus. This fragmentary attention span leads to what neuroscientists call attention residue, where thoughts from previous tasks linger, impairing our performance on current ones. But the damage goes far beyond just reduced productivity. Chronic busyness rewires our brains, literally shrinking the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for executive function, decision-making, and emotional regulation. This neuroplastic change can lead to increased impulsivity, difficulty in planning, and even heightened anxiety and depression. Now, you might be thinking, but I have so much to do. How can I not be busy? This brings us to a crucial distinction: being busy versus being effective. Effectiveness stems from strategic prioritization and deep work, not from cramming our schedules to the brim. Consider this: studies show that the average worker is only truly productive for about 3 hours in an 8-hour workday. The rest, it's often filled with busy work, tasks that keep us occupied but don't meaningfully contribute to our goals or well-being. This constant state of pseudo-productivity triggers a stress response in our bodies. Cortisol, the primary stress hormone, floods our system. While short-term stress can be beneficial, chronic elevation of cortisol leads to a host of health issues: weakened immune function, increased risk of heart disease, and even accelerated cellular aging. But the repercussions of busyness extend far beyond our physical health. Let's delve into the realm of relationships and emotional well-being. When we're constantly busy, we often neglect the cornerstone of human happiness: meaningful connections. We might be physically present with loved ones, but our minds are elsewhere, planning the next task or ruminating on past ones. This phenomenon, known as phone snubbing, has been linked to decreased relationship satisfaction and increased feelings of depression. Moreover, busyness robs us of the capacity for empathy. When we're rushing from one commitment to another, we lose the ability to truly listen and connect with others. This emotional disconnection not only strains our relationships but also diminishes our own emotional intelligence over time. Paradoxically, many of us use busyness as a shield against uncomfortable emotions or existential questions. By keeping ourselves constantly occupied, we avoid confronting deeper issues like dissatisfaction with our career path or unresolved personal conflicts. This avoidance might provide temporary relief, but it stunts our personal growth and can lead to a profound sense of emptiness in the long run. Now, let's address a particularly insidious aspect of busyness culture: its impact on creativity and innovation. When our minds are constantly occupied with tasks and to-do lists, we leave no room for the kind of idle thinking that often leads to breakthrough ideas. Remember, some of history's greatest innovations came from moments of apparent idleness. Isaac Newton formulated the theory of gravity while lounging in an orchard. Einstein's theory of relativity was born during daydreaming sessions. By eliminating all downtime from our lives, we're essentially closing the door on potentially transformative ideas. But it's not just about grand innovations. Constant busyness also hampers our ability to solve everyday problems creatively. When we're always in doing mode, we fail to step back and question whether we're doing the right things or if there might be a better approach. This brings us to a critical point: the difference between efficiency and effectiveness. Efficiency is about doing things right, while effectiveness is about doing the right things. In our quest to be busy and efficient, we often lose sight of what's truly important and effective in the grand scheme of our lives. Consider this: have you ever found yourself meticulously organizing your email inbox or tidying your desk, all while procrastinating on a crucial project? That's busyness masquerading as productivity. It gives us the illusion of progress while keeping us stuck in place. Now, you might be wondering, if busyness is so detrimental, why do we keep falling into its trap? The answer lies in a complex interplay of societal expectations, psychological factors, and even biology. From a young age, we're conditioned to equate busyness with worth. Our culture glorifies the hustle mentality, making it seem like constant activity is the only path to success. This societal pressure often leads to what psychologists call performative busyness, where we act busy to conform to expectations, even when we're not truly productive. There's also a neurochemical component to our busyness addiction. Each time we complete a task, no matter how small, our brain releases a hit of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. This creates a feedback loop where we seek out more tasks to get more dopamine hits, regardless of whether these tasks are actually meaningful or important. But perhaps the most insidious aspect of chronic busyness is how it robs us of our ability to be present. When we're constantly thinking about the next task or replaying past events, we miss out on the richness of the current moment. This state of perpetual distraction not only diminishes our joy but also impairs our cognitive function and decision-making abilities. Research in mindfulness and neuroscience has shown that being present, truly engaged with our current experience, activates different neural pathways than when we're in a state of distraction. These pathways are associated with increased emotional regulation, better memory formation, and even enhanced immune function. So, how do we break free from the grip of chronic busyness? The solution isn't about doing less, but about doing what matters most. First, we need to recalibrate our understanding of productivity. True productivity isn't about how many tasks we complete, but about the value and impact of our actions. This shift in perspective allows us to focus on high-leverage activities that align with our long-term goals and values. Next, we need to embrace the power of strategic idleness. This doesn't mean becoming lazy, but rather creating intentional spaces in our day for reflection, creativity, and deep thinking. These moments of apparent inactivity are often where our most innovative ideas and profound insights emerge. Implementing regular digital detoxes can also be transformative. Our devices, while useful, often serve as conduits for unnecessary busyness. By setting boundaries around our technology use, we reclaim our attention and create space for more meaningful engagement with our surroundings and loved ones. Another crucial step is learning to say no. Every time we say yes to something, we're implicitly saying no to everything else we could be doing with that time. By becoming more discerning with our commitments, we create room for what truly matters. Incorporating mindfulness practices into our daily routine can help rewire our brains away from the constant need for stimulation. Even a few minutes of meditation or deep breathing each day can significantly improve our ability to focus and remain present. It's also important to reassess our relationship with time. Instead of viewing time as a scarce resource to be managed, we can shift to seeing it as a precious gift to be invested wisely. This perspective encourages us to align our use of time with our core values and long-term aspirations. Lastly, we need to cultivate a growth mindset around rest and recovery. Just as athletes understand the importance of rest for peak performance, we need to recognize that downtime isn't laziness, it's an essential component of a fulfilling and productive life. Breaking free from chronic busyness isn't easy. It requires challenging deeply ingrained habits and societal expectations. But the rewards are immense: improved health, deeper relationships, enhanced creativity, and a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. Remember, at the end of our lives, we won't look back and wish we'd answered more emails or attended more meetings. We'll cherish the moments of connection, the bursts of creativity, and the sense of purpose we cultivated. So, I challenge you, take a step back from the frenzy of busyness. Reassess your priorities. Create space for what truly matters. Your future self will thank you for it. This is your name, reminding you that a life well lived isn't measured by how busy you are, but by how present you are in each moment. Until next time, stay curious, stay present, and remember, sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is absolutely nothing at all.